So this gets into acid and alkaline. There is such a thing as called the pH scale. pH stands for potential hydrogen, but it really is a scale that runs from 0 to 14 with 7 right smack in the middle. 7 is the neutral point. Going out here to 14 is alkaline. Going from 7 down to 0 is acid. But the real powerful part about the pH scale is that for every 1 point on the scale that you move, it multiplies by a strength of 10. So pH 6 is 10 times more acidic than 7. 5 is 100. 4 is 1,000. 3 is 10,000. This will come clear as I start explaining the effect of certain foods. So the pH scale you need to have an appreciation of and an understanding of. So how the body was designed, our bodies were designed to work slightly at an alkaline level. So the body is alkaline by design. It's just like your motor vehicle, your car. If you give it clean gasoline and its air cleaner is fine, carburation system is fine, it's ticking along. Once it starts to become sludged up, it starts to miss in the cylinders and it starts to have problems. And that's because it's giving off wastes that are getting plugged up somewhere. Same thing happens in your body. We need to be taking in alkaline foods, but as every blood cell in our body is a little battery, it takes in nutrition from fresh blood and it generates energy in the mitochondria of cells. And as it does its job of generating energy and all the other conversions that go on inside that I have no idea the extensiveness of it, but it's massive, it gives out wastes. It gets rid of wastes. And these wastes go into the lymphatic system to be taken out of the body. So our body is alkaline by design, but acidic by function. Just the act of living produces acids, which our body is meant to get rid of. Okay, how does this start relating to us? This is the pH of our typical diet. You see the part in yellow over there? That's where most of our foods are. They produce acids in these areas, our foods and liquids. The healthy area of the body here is in the first strength of 10 on the alkaline side. This little line here is your blood pH, which must be at a pH of 7.365. And your body will do everything it can, because it has to keep it close to that level. If we become so acidic that the body pH drops down to 7.1, you're in a coma. You go lower than that, and you're sayonara, baby. You're out of here. So the body does everything it can because it has to keep you alive and healthy, to keep the blood pH. And it has mechanisms to try to do that, which I'll explain in a few minutes here. So Dr. Morse, that I mentioned, had a wonderful way of explaining health. He says health is simple to understand. Disease is made to be confusing and complex by the system that we are serviced under. Health is simple to understand. He said there's only two sides to chemistry, acid and alkaline. And there's only two main fluids in the body, and that's blood and lymph. Have you ever seen a picture of blood that's put in a test tube when you take a blood sample and they run it through a centrifuge? The blood, being very slightly heavier than the lymph, goes to the bottom, so you get this thick red fluid in the bottom of the test tube, and you get a yellowish fluid on the top. That yellowish fluid is the lymph. Now that's the That's the liquid that transports wastes from our cells to be taken to the kidneys, filtered out, and expelled from the body in our urine. So, again, it's simple. Two sides to chemistry. Which one's causing the problem? Well, it's not alkaline. It's acid. And there's two fluids, blood and lymph.